Okay, good morning, students. Let us welcome to the next continuation of the genetics, that is principles of inheritance. In that, we are going to start off with the sex-linked inheritance. So today, let me explain you people one by one the upcoming topics. That is, one among that is sex-linked inheritance. There are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Among that, first 22 pair of chromosomes are common in the male and the female. Okay, the genes which are, suppose this is the chromosomes, and that first 22 chromosomes are said to be autosomes. Okay, and the genes located on these chromosomes are responsible for expressing the body characteristics. Okay, the genes which are located on the autosomes, that is, we are said to be, the genes are responsible for expressing the body characteristics such as height, skin color, eye color, hair texture, everything, isn't it? Everything, that is the shape of the nose, whatever it may be, that is being expressed by the genes which are located on the what we call it as the autosomes. Autosomes are the first 22 pairs of the chromosomes in the human being. Okay, totally 23 pairs, dear students. Among that, first 22 pairs are said to be autosomes, as they are expressing the body characteristics. They are commonly said to be somatic chromosomes. Okay, it's not like that. Only the body characteristics expressing traits, that is genes, are located on the autosomes. There are some genes which are also located on the allosome. Okay, what are allosome? Allosome is the 23rd pair of the chromosome present in the human being, and that 23rd pair we are known to have, that is an autosome. What do you mean by autosome? It is the last pair which is separated in both male, human and female. In the male, XY will be there. In the female, XX will be there. Isn't it? So, by seeing this, we can recognize the male sex and female sex. So, the genes which are located on the allosomes are also responsible for inheriting some of the body characteristics. It doesn't mean that somatic chromosomes, that is autosomes, are only carrying the genes responsible for the inheritance of the body characteristics. There are certain genes which are also located on the allosome. Allosomes are also said to be sex chromosome because they are responsible to determine the sex of the organism. So there are some genes, you can see better here. I have drawn this the green color, and I have made here to recognize that how the genes are located on the chromosomes. Okay, beta. So if you see what happens here, you are able to see there are certain genes which are also responsible to express the traits in the of the body character. Such genes are called as sex-linked inheritance. It means that this type of characters which will be inherited only either to the male son, or to the daughter. Because as you know that father is having only one X chromosome and one is Y chromosome. Mother is having both X chromosome. Suppose, for example, I'll give you the example, color blindness, everything I'll be explaining you. First, commonly I will be explaining you to make you very clear, very easy that there are certain genes which are located on the allosome, that is the sex chromosome, which are also responsible for expressing the body characters, isn't it? So that means, for example, that characteristics will be inherited along with the sex, isn't it? So among this male and female, that is the father and the mother, if the son is going to born, what will be the sex of the, what will be the possibility of the allosome? XY will be there. So definitely the son is taking X from the mother only, and he has to take Y chromosome from the father. Father is only responsible for the sex of the next generation. If it is, he is passing Y chromosome contains forms which is fusing with the always the mother is only one type of gamete. I said it is XX only, or every time she is producing only X containing all that 100% only one type of O she is producing, isn't it? So, if the genes which are present on the X chromosome are causing certain diseases also, or some certain traits also. So, if it is present in the male X chromosome, it is not inherited to the son, it will inherit to the daughters, right? Because daughter will receive one X from the father, another X obviously from the mother. So if the genes which are responsible here present in the male X will completely inherit to the along with the sex. That is, daughter is born only when the X chromosome from the father she is receiving and Y X chromosome from the mother. So then only you can say that it is a female child. So every time along with the sex, that is inheritance of another character, that is sex-linked inheritance. Got my point, dear students? Sex-linked inheritance. Along with the sex, some of the what we call it as expressive traits are also inherited. It doesn't mean that only characteristics are expressing. Some of the diseases also are inheriting, passing to the next generation along with the sex. So sex-linked diseases we can say we will study. I will be telling you what is color blindness, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, everything. I already talked about the sickle cell anemia, isn't it? In my previous classes, dear students. So let me explain to people how this will be. So there are the different types of sex-linked inheritance which is there. So let us see one by one. X-linked inheritance. X-linked inheritance means, what do you mean by X-linked inheritance? The genes located only on the X chromosome. What do you mean by X-linked inheritance? Genes located only on X chromosome. Okay, only on X chromosome. Such a type of inheritance we can call it as X-linked inheritance. It is a sex-linked inheritance only. Either it is inherited from X, Y, or XY. So X and Y are the sex chromosomes, isn't it? Which is determining the sex of the organism. So here you can say that, you can say very clear beta, that is the genes which are located on the X chromosome. Okay, that type of inheritance is said to be X-linked inheritance. Okay, so in the X-linked inheritance, if you see in the human, in the male and the female, so father alpha. So if the father is having X-linked disease, something defect in the X-linked chromosome. So at that time, father is not passing to the son. Father will definitely pass to the daughters. Okay, if mother is affected, for example, mother is affected means she will not have disease. For example, color blindness is there. I will explain one more time to make you understand and explain it here. So color blindness causing gene, the defective gene which is the retina, whatever is essential to produce, if that gene is present on the X chromosome. Okay, so if mother is having defect, so one of her X gene is defective. She is not having color blindness, but she is called as carrier. She will be passing. She will pass to the next generation, but she is not showing color blindness. The female will be normal, but she is a carrier. Carrier is the one who will be passing to the next generation. She will be not showing any kind of disease or any kind of symptoms. She is a carrier. What about the male? Male is a disease. Male, I can say he is a colorblind. Why? Why I am saying, even though here also one X is defective, here also the gene present on the X chromosome is also defective. The thing is, chromosome. The genes which are present on this X chromosome is defective, but one gene is normal. So one chromosome is normal. So the genes which are located on the X chromosome will be expressing the normal characteristics. So her eyes, retinas, cones will develop properly, but she will be passing this to the next offspring. What about the male? Male is having only one X chromosome, so the gene is defective, so he will be colorblind. Okay, and the father will be transferring only to the son because his X chromosome will pass only. The father will be passing only to the daughters. Why? Because daughter is receiving one X from the father, one X from the mother. He will never pass to the son. But if mother is carrier, she will pass to the son because son will receive what we call it as one X from the mother. So if that X received from the mother is defective, the son is going to receive. That is sex-linked disease. Which type of sex-linked it is? X-linked disease. It is in the dominant. We can say that sex-linked dominant trait. If it is recessive, we can say that X-linked recessive trait. As yesterday in the last class I have explained to your students. I hope you people are understanding the concept very clearly. It is very easy here. Okay. So same Y chromosome. Y chromosome. I will be giving the examples. First I will tell you what is X chromosome, X linked, Y-linked inheritance. Here also I can say here very clearly, dear students, genes located only on Y chromosome. Okay, Y chromosome. Here one thing is very clear. X-linked chromosome is it will be passing from father also to the daughter and also from the mother to son and daughter both. But in case of Y chromosome अगर pass हो रहा है तो वो son को ही pass होता है. So अगर Y chromosome में अगर genes है located, for example, polymeric gene होते हैं, the genes which are located on the Y chromosome, we are calling it as polymeric genes. So these are only related to the sons. दादा से पापा को आएगा, पापा से बेटे को आएगा, बेटे से फिर उनके बेटे को जाएगा. It will never affect to any female child of that parent. Why? Because a female daughter will never receive Y chromosome. If she is receiving, she will be not that daughter. The son is going to born. Isn't it? You know, hypertrichosis. The hairs are present on the pinnas. Do you ever see any person is having hairs on their ears? Yes. Only in the males. You never see the hairs on the females because the expressing trait genes are present on the Y chromosome, not on the X chromosome. You will ever find the presence of hairs on the pinna, that is on the ear, only in the males. And baldness will be there. Baldness, the loss of hair in the front, that is also genes located on the Y chromosome. So usually you say baldness in the males, not in the females. So Y-linked inheritance. There are certain inheritance which are that is, for example, this is a gene. This is a gene, X and Y gene. Okay. X Y gene. So इन दोनों के ऊपर यहाँ पे कुछ genes रहते हैं लेकिन link होके. So at a time the genes located on both X and Y. Such a type of inheritance we can call it as XY linked inheritance. This is X gene. This is Y gene. Okay. दोनों के ऊपर रहते हैं. So completely जाना चाहिए. ये ऐसे completely कब जाएगा? जब जाएगा तो सन को. Got my point? Now I will give you the examples for each and every one. I hope you people are understanding clearly. Disorders are also inheriting. I said you some of the characters are responsible present on the gene located on the sex chromosome, that is X or Y, or sometimes XY. Okay, but along with the traits, along with the character, if that gene is defective, if that gene is defective, it is going to affect the individual. Example, let us have some example here, dear students. And there are some characters. I'll tell you one thing. The characters of X-linked genes. These genes transfer from father to daughter only. X-linked में क्या होता है? X-linked especially. You should keep it in your mind. NEET और CET में जब आपको ये questions दिया जाता है, when they are going to ask you questions in the NEET or CET, they will be giving some process related to the linked inheritance. Okay, usually X-linked inheritance, it will be confusion. If you have these characters in your mind, what I am saying to you now, so then it will be very clear that कि father से किसको जाएगा ये gene. Obviously, अगर X-linked है तो father is passing to the daughters, not to the son. It is not passing to the sons. Why? Because son is receiving Y chromosome from the father, not X. He is receiving X from the mother. So this is the reason the son will be not effective, but daughter will be 100% effective. Why? Because daughter obviously get 1 X from the mother. If she is getting 1 X from the father, then only she will be the female child. So 100% daughter is receiving X-linked. If father is defective, X-linked disease is having genetic disorder, sure 100% all of these daughters will be defective. If mother, then it depends upon alternative. Okay, I'll be telling you what are the characteristics which is showing. So here, sons receive these genes from their mother. Okay, sons also receive from the mother. Mother will be passing to the son because son is taking one X chromosome from the mother. So mother will be passing to the both sons and daughters. But daughters will be carriers. क्योंकि डॉटर्स के पास 2 X रहता है, एक डिफेक्टिव है क्योंकि दूसरा नॉर्मल रहता है, तो नॉर्मल X के जीन्स एक्सप्रेस होते हैं, तो डॉटर will be normal only. This will affect to the son because 1 X is defective, another will be Y, so it will be the disease carrying only. ठीक है? So this is what happening, beta. Males, daughters receive these genes. I said you just now. So now, if you see the same thing in the Y chromosomes also you can see here, and I will first, before going to that, I will tell you the example regarding sex-linked inheritance in human color blindness. What do you mean by color blindness? What do you mean by color blindness? What is color blindness? Anything is coming in your mind? Color blindness. The person is unable to differentiate between two colors. Blind means the one who is unable to see completely, we can call it as blind. Right? Color blind means they are unable to differentiate between two colors, red and green. If I am writing from the green and red, how many of you are able to recognize are not color blind? If anybody is unable to recognize what are the lines I am writing from the green color, what are the lines I am writing from the another color, so that people are color blind, obviously. Okay. So sex-linked recessive traits. First I will tell you sex-linked recessive trait. Sex-linked means what I have explained you, and I hope you will have understood. Sex-linked recessive. Recessive means in the recessive condition only that this is will be there. So first I am going to tell about the color blindness. Color blindness. In this condition, what happens? The cone cells present in the retina of the eye are sensitive to the colors. Cones, our eyes are made up of rods and cones, right, dear students? So the cone cells are responsible to differentiate between the colors. They are very sensitive towards the color. How can we differentiate? In physics, you people will be studying that the color differentiation we are able to recognize on the basis of the velocities and wavelength. I don't remember about this physics, not that I have studied, but I know I have this idea. So the light, how much light is falling and what type of wavelength is falling, determining the color, isn't it? That is the reason we say that white is very light color, because certain wavelength or velocity is dependent upon. So our cones are very sensitive. They are able to differentiate. They have to differentiate between these colors. So in this condition, what happens? The traits that is controlled by the genes which are present on the X chromosome. That is complete development, proper development of the cones. It is totally present, located on some genes which are located on the X chromosome. Okay? So if the person with recessive gene are unable to detect. For example, you know that this is dominant, this is recessive, even this is also dominant. So in this condition, the gene will not function. If the person is having this, the person can recognize. Example I am telling you, I will write and show you earlier class. So this is a condition because sex-linked recessive trait. It is a sex linked because it is present on the X chromosome. X chromosome is a sex chromosome, right? So it is in the recessive condition, the person will be having the disorder. Only the males will be showing disorder. Female, they are females are always special. That is the reason females will not show unless they have both the chromosome defective. Males will show only because they are hemizygous. Hemizygous means both the chromosomes are separate, different present. One X, one Y. Okay? So now the color blindness is of three types differently. So protanopia is there. Protanopia. So in this condition, it means that just now I said you, dear students, blindness we can say red color blindness, and the person is unable to differentiate between red and green color. Just like unable to differentiate between red and green. Are you able to differentiate? Yes or no? Recognize what this is red, this is green. I have written this is with the green color. I have written this is with the red color. Isn't it? This is I have written with the red color. This is I have written with the green color. First, how many of you said yes now? Those are all colorblind. Next time when I said those maybe are normal, because colorblind people unable to differentiate between the red color and green color. That is colorblind. In that also protanopia. Okay, so protanopia. Then is deuteranopia, green color blindness. Person is unable to differentiate to see the green color. To see the green color, only one color, that is what we call it as unable to differentiate, unable to see or recognize green color. Did you know? I hope you have saw a movie and accident case was there. So that color car was red color. The person was colorblind. So unable to see, how can he saw that accident? I have seen somewhere. I remember just now. So very rare cases. Actually, it is not common. It is rare cases. But these are the possibilities. Tritanophone. Next is the tritano. Yeah. So here in the protanopia, deuteranopia you are able to see, but in the tritanopia blue color, the person is unable to distinguish between blue and green color. Unable to differentiate between blue and green color. It depends upon your students, but generally we all consider under the color plan. Okay, what color plan is? The cones producing cells are not properly developed because of the recessive trait. If it is dominating, it is not what we call it as defective. It will be normal. Okay, so now I will give you one example. In a condition, red color blindness is also called as daltonism. Okay, and here one example: when mother is colorblind and father is normal, all sons are colorblind. Mother is colorblind. I'll write across and show you. This type of portions only will appear in your knee. It will not come to be here. Just write a note on color blindness for 2 months. But in the NEET and CET, you are going to find the questions appearing in the form mother is colorblind and father is normal. Mother is colorblind and father is normal. What will be the possibility of their offsprings? Can you just imagine and say me? Just to think 1 minute, isn't it? So all sons are colorblind, but all daughters are normal but carrier. All daughters, all sons are colorblind, but daughters are normal, but they are carriers. What is carrier? I already explained. Everywhere you come across this term. Did you remember in human health and diseases you have studied typhoid Mary, Madam? One cook was there. She was transferring the typhoid to the all the others, but she was resistant. Sometimes we will be getting resisted, but we will be passing to the another. So that was called as carrier. Did you all remember? So here also the female. Now I will cross and show you, and I will prove that this statement is exactly correct. Okay. So now colorblind. So what about the mother is colorblind? So did you remember who is affected here? Mother is colorblind, father is normal. So can you tell me how it will be represented? So mother, that is a parental generation. In that we can see here. In the recessive trait means father will be having XY. It means that on the X chromosome this gene are present. So this is capital. Capital means dominating condition. It can be normal. What about the mother? Mother is having both the X chromosome. Mother is colorblind means both the chromosomes are defective. Both the chromosomes are defective. Then only mother is colorblind. Suppose only one is defective. Another is normal means she will be carrier. But what we have stated, what is the question here? Mother is colorblind, father is normal. So father is having dominating monophilic genes. So it is not showing any color blindness. Mother is showing disease means she is having both the recessive, sex-linked recessive trait. Okay. So now this is a parental generation data. Parents. This is a parental generation, isn't it? Now you can see what are the possibility of the gametes here. During the meiosis, you can find here there is two types of. So gametes are produced in the male here. Two types of gametes are produced in the male there. Isn't it? So one is X with the dominating, and another type of gamete is Y, that is normal forms. Then what about the ovomes? The ovomes are showing both the defective genes. What about the progeny? The progeny will be, you can see here, a normal X combines with the defective X. That is, one is normal, that is capital, another one is small. Okay. Then next is this is same. You can see again capital, small. Then what about this? Again you can see X, Y. Then again, what are you going to see here? Y. See, this is a female. Female, one is normal X chromosome, another is defective. Means normal carrier female. Carrier female. It means that she is not colorblind, but she will ready to pass to the next generation. She will pass to the next generation as one of her gene is, this chromosome gene is defective. One is normal, so she is expressing normal only, but she is a carrier. What about this? Here also we can find here, that is carrier. Carrier female. What about the male? Both are colorblind because only one X chromosome, that is defective, they are written on the mother. So colorblind male, that is son, colorblind son. So can it is matching to the statement what I have written here? Mother is colorblind, father is normal. Father is normal, mother is colorblind. How we are representing? Always keep it in your mind, dear students. X-linked recessive trait. So recessive dominating is a normal. So what about the possibility of the gametes I have written here? You can see here the two females. It may be many. All the possibility like this only. Carrier female but normal. No color blindness, but she is a carrier. Means carrier is one chromosome is defective, another is normal. Why she is not showing color blindness? This is very confusion. I will make it very clear. X chromosome one is normal, another is defective. So this is defective. ये तो defective है, इसलिए gene express नहीं करेंगे, तो color blindness आएगा. But एक और है option. एक और ऑप्शन है जहाँ पे आप क्या कर सकते हो, दो पेन है आपके पास, एक में इंक खत्म हो गया है, तो you have another one to write. Your writing work will not stop. But in suppose if you have only one pen, that ink is finished off. What you are going to do? Your work will not complete. You cannot be able to write it all. So same thing you can see here. This is not working on the problem. Let it be. This common gene will express so that she will be normal. She is not showing color blindness, but she is having defective gene, one of the chromosome, sex chromosome. When she is passing to the next generation, that will be affected. Okay? So this is about the sex-linked recessive inheritance. I hope you people are understanding. It is very important, dear students. You can practice many courses like this. I can give you one option also. Just to cross and see what happens. I will give you two options. You just cross and see. One option is father mother is normal. Period transfer to the female children, but females are also will be not affected. Females, that is, daughters will be carrier. They will pass to next generation, but they will be normal. So another non-condition I'll tell you. You can cross and check it. Father is normal, and mother is carrier. Yeah. So in this condition, you can see. You can just make it cross and check it out. Okay. So now let us see one more thing. Example. Okay. Next, hemophilia. Do you know what is hemophilia? Hemophilia is a condition. For suppose, if I take your hand, if I cut here, if I cut your finger like this with using a blade or any sharp edged instrument, what happens at the time? Bleeding starts. Will it bleed for continuously? Is needed an operation? Needed a stitch here? It depends upon the how much it is hurted to your finger. But usually our body having certain things which will make the bleeding to stop it. Blood clotting factor, we call it as what it is? Blood clotting factor. A type of protein is present, produced in our body. इसका मतलब ये है कि आप कहीं से कूद रहे हो, अगर एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है, बहुत से कट हो रहा है, तब भी हमारा फैक्टर अफेक्ट करेगा. एट दैट टाइम इट विल नॉट अफेक्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज सो मेनी वेन्स, आर्टरीज, कैपिलरीज विल गेट डैमेज्ड. So from that, bleeding will continuously occur. Small hurts, small injuries, immediately our body will recur. For something, our body automatically is prepared. But for large, major things, we cannot, isn't it? So in that condition, normal hurts. Our body, in the blood, a kind of protein is present that is called as, which is helping to stop the bleeding within 1 to 3 minutes. Within 1 to 3 minutes, that is called blood clotting factor. How it will stop? By clotting the blood which is coming outside, so it will block the blood to come out of the hurt. Okay, let me explain you. But in the in some person, this blood clotting factor will not be present. Why? The gene which is responsible for producing this blood clotting factor will be defective. Okay, like how the bone producing developing genes are defective, likewise, the blood clotting factor producing genes are also present in our chromosomes. If it is defective, that person will not stop bleeding even for 24 hours. A small hurt may take the life of that person. That is a type of disease called as hemophilia. What it is called as? Hemophilia. As it is continuous bleeding will be there, it is also said to be bleeder's disease. What it is said to be? Bleeder's disease. Queen Elizabeth, she was having this. That is why first time it is seen in the royal family. This disease is also said to be royal disease. Royal. यानी कि जो राजा महाराजा के अंदर उसको रॉयल बोलते हैं, आयु है रॉयल. So likewise, this disease was first found in the royal family, that is Queen Elizabeth. So that is why this disease is also said to be, she was a carrier actually. She will be passing to the next generation. Okay, so hemophilia. One more thing, dear students, I would like to tell you here. See, whatever the genetic disorders are there, those genetic disorders, in the few more exams will be paid 2 marks. How would I ask? Write a note on. Write a note on hemophilia. Hemophilia. then color blindness, then hemophilia, like this. Thalassemia. In phenylketonuria, PKU, we shortly call it as, and still I did not explain to you. But what type of questions will be arising? By seeing that, we have to study. So it will be very easy for you people. You will be getting an idea how to appear. But what are the things you can see here, students? You have to go for the process what I have shown you in the previous one. That is in the color blindness. ऐसे process को पूछा जाता है. Okay, that is must and should. But in the theory part, what type of questions are appearing? Right and hemophilia, color blindness, phenylketonuria, etc. All the genetic disorders को right and hemophilia करके पूछा जाता है. वो नोट में क्या जरूरी है? वो कैसे कॉज हो रहा है? नॉर्मल कंडीशन में कैसे रहता है? अगर डिसीज हो रहा है तो हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू कॉज. फॉर एग्जांपल नॉर्मल अभी मैंने बताया था ना कि color blindness is a sex-linked, X-linked disease, recessive trait. It is affecting the cones of the eye, unable to differentiate. ये सभी points उसमें आने चाहिए. Will get over completely too much of that. Okay. In the hemophilia, it is also said to be bleeder's disease. The patient, even due to minor injuries, the blood oozes continuously. The blood oozes out of the body of the patient. Hence, it is commonly said to be bleeder's disease. Okay, because the common minor injuries also will be not stopping the bleeding in the patient. Continuously, the blood will be coming till the death of the patient. The bleeding will not stop even for 24 hours till the blood will come oozes out of the body. As a result of which the patient will die. The patient has more chances of dying even for the small injuries, isn't it? So here in this case, so in the year John Otto in 1803, John Otto in the year 1803, first time discovered in Queen Elizabeth. That is the reason it is also said to be royal disease. Royal, जो भी राजा महाराजा होता है उसको रॉयल शॉक कहते हैं, स्टाइल कहते हैं ना, डिसीज को भी रॉयल डिसीज कहते हैं वैसे. Okay, so that is royal disease for the first time Elizabeth Queen Victoria. So she will be having this disease. She was having this disease, and this Queen Victoria, this type of condition, hemophilia, you will be seeing in 1 in the 7,000 males. 7,000 males को काउंट किया गया, उसमें से एक मेल को ये डिसीज होने के चांसेस होते हैं. ठीक है? It means that these genetic disorders are very rare, but once they occur, they continue in that family. They'll be passing from one generation to the another generation. Hemophilic females generally die before before the birth. Still births बोलते हैं हम इसको, क्योंकि ये टू रिसेसिव जो होता है लीथल जीन्स होते हैं. एक्चुअली जो डिफेक्टिव फीमेल्स होते हैं, they will actually before birth only they will still births will occur. What do you mean by still births? Still birth means the baby will born, died baby will take birth. During the time of birth only it will die. From the womb of the mother only it will die and it will delivered by the mother. Such type of births are called as still births. Usually if the female is having hemophilia, that is recessive trait. So recessive is not it is a lethal gene. Lethal gene means it will maybe death. It is not it is unable to survive. So still births will be there. The female में hemophilia है, तो still birth babies होते हैं. The female will not live alive. Still births will be there, isn't it? So now, if you see the hemophilia, condition you are able to see, that is carrier females will be normal, as I have just now I have shown you people, but they will be transferring to the नेक्स्ट जनरेशन एंड हीमोफीलिया क्या करता पता है? हीमोफीलिया फॉलोस क्रिस क्रॉस इनहेरिटेंस. क्रिस क्रॉस इनहेरिटेंस, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय क्रिस क्रॉस इनहेरिटेंस? What do you mean by criss-cross inheritance, beta? Criss-cross means father को है, okay? तो अब next generation को नहीं रहेगा, फिर next generation को आएगा, okay? Then फिर next generation को नहीं रहेगा उसमें, यानी कि अगर grandfather को है तो father को नहीं रहेगा, grandson को आएगा, फिर उनके उसके son को उनके next generation को नहीं रहेगा, यानी कि that is said to be criss-cross inheritance. So hemophilia as well as color blindness is showing criss-cross inheritance. Okay, hemophilia में भी और होते हैं different varieties. So this hemophilia, if you see the lethal traits that is going to be affect, and the cross you can see. You can just plot and see the conditions how they will be inheriting. If it is they are showing the recessive one, they will be causing hemophilia. If they are showing the dominating, so it will be the normal one. Okay, night blindness also same thing, and sex-linked dominant traits also there. If it is present in the dominating condition, then only it will be expressing, isn't it? Why I already have shown you the example hypertrichosis, excessive growth of hair on the pinna of the ear, and fused toes. Then XY linked also have said you examples, and in next I'll be telling you about the genetic disorders, human genetics, baldness example all I have told you beta. Now let me explain you genetic disorders. This process you just do yourself. What will be happening when there is a colorblind mother and carrier mother married to the carrier female married to the normal male? What is the possibility? Or when carrier female married to the defective male, carrier male, female married to the normal male, or normal female married to the defective one. So this process you just do. So now I will explain in detail about the genetic disorders. Very interesting to listen to genetic disorders, and very important too, because 2 mark, 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark questions compulsorily will arise from the genetic disorders in the theory part, and also related questions also will be appearing. Even CG also will be appearing in your students. So let me tell you first how exactly the genetic disorders will be. Okay. Genetic disorders, basically, if you see, gene disorder, chromosomal disorder. Okay, gene disorder and chromosomal disorder. Okay, so if you see here, again in the gene, you find something different, that is in the gene also, in the chromosomes also. What you will be finding? Genes also you can find autosomal. Okay, then allosomal, I explained clearly. Autosomal and allosomal you can see there, isn't it? Then again in the gene you can see dominant recessive. Okay, here also you can find the same thing over here. That is autosomal, then allosomal. But here you find again the different thing, what it is. dominant autosomal, then recessive autosomal. Here again we will find that is dominant allosomal, then recessive allosomal. So the next thing I will be continuing in the next class, because there are I have to show all the disorders, how the karyotypes will be there, everything. I have given you this classification type because it will be easy clear to you people how the disorders are. What do you mean by genetic disorders, dear students? Genetic disorders mean the disorders which are passing from parents to the offspring. By birth, if the baby is having some disorder, that is called as genetic disorder. It doesn't mean that as soon as the baby is born with the cold is not a genetic disorder. If it is born with some of the other, I will be explaining you. Just now I have shown you color blindness, hemophilia, these all things, isn't it? Genetic disorders are two types: gene disorder, chromosomal disorder. Autosomal allosomal is all I will be explaining in the next class only. Okay? Thank you. I hope you understand. We will meet in the next class, dear students.